And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races here at Laurel Park. I'm Stanton Salter along with Keith Fusel. Today at the Races presented by Fidelity First. We have a big Sunday for you. Nice carryover in that Rainbow Pick 6. That's over 21,000. We'll get to all that in a few minutes, but let's recap. Saturday, we had a big Super Saturday yesterday here at Laurel Park. We had 5 stake races. Good to have you back.
Yeah.
I know you're away with some family or someone's playing baseball in college. They went 5-0.
Yeah.
Good stuff there. Good to have you back. We saw a big-time performance yesterday from a special 3-year-old, the Maryland-bred Always Mining. His 5th win in a row yesterday, 4th against Stakes Company. He just clobbered him going 2 turns in the private terms. He went right to the front with Daniel Centeno, and it was all over.
Again, able to kind of get away early and really not a whole lot of pressure whatsoever, comfortable fractions, and we've seen this with Always Mining. I think the final quarter was his fastest.
Sure.
He gets stronger as the race goes on. I think they're doing the right thing. You know, they're kind of steadily progressing through the tougher competition. They haven't met the Wolves yet.
Right.
They're going to probably come up and meet them very shortly. But doing everything right, and I do believe he has a rating gear. It's can he carry it into maybe a little bit more, not to say seasoned animal, sometimes talented, but hey, he's done nothing wrong right now. Really, really impressive.
Yeah, he probably gets a big buyer speed figure from that win yesterday in the private terms. And Kelly Rubley, the trainer, she's done a great job with him.
Yeah.
And she said, we'll see how he comes out of this race and see how he does. I'd love to see him back here in the Tessio. He'd be awfully tough in there. He'd be the likely favorite in the Tessio, right? You sometimes get some New York invaders or Fair Hill invaders. Well, Always Mining a Fair Hill horse. That's where Rubley's stabled. But he would be one of the favorites in the Tessio. He'd be tough to beat. This is his home track. He loves it here at Laurel Park, obviously. And you win the Tessio, and then you get a free ride to the Preakness. And it'd be great to see a Maryland-bred horse like that go to the Preakness. So one race at a time. I like Kelly Rubley's approach.
Absolutely. That's the logical step would be the Tessio. You're doing the right things right now. Don't kind of get off course and just try to just go after the big guns. Just do what you're doing. It's working out great.
Yep. And Las Citas, a big-time performance there. That's a special 3-year-old filly for Katie Voss, and she's had some special fillies before. Of course, she trained Twix a long time ago, and Las Citas, a Maryland-bred filly by Seville. She clobbered them yesterday in the Beyond the Wire, so she's awfully nice. There's a win in your in race for the Black-Eyed Susan, also on Tessio Day. That's the Weber City Miss.
Weber City Miss
is a win in your in for the Black-Eyed Susan on Tessio Day. So I hope to see Las Citas in that race on Tessio Day.
Yeah, well, that horse was man. Had a little bit of word on that horse first time out. Didn't have the easiest of trips, but it's certainly developed from there. And once again, stay local, go through the conditions here, get through the Weber City Miss, and move forward off of that. I think that's take advantage of what you've got here.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so that was yesterday. How about our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 carryover today? There it is, $21,097 for the Rainbow Pick 6. That's going to start race 4 today on the 9-race program. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tulloch, he'll have a ticket for that. We'll show you that when we get to race 4. Let's show you a picture of the main track. Beautiful weather today for wintertime racing. Nice March day. The track is perfect, fair. It's a fast track. What's the weather, guys? We're in the 40s today, 40s, 50s. So a fast main track, and first race post time 1:10.
Yeah.
I'll say about 47 for the weather. There you go.
Perfect.
There you
You're right
go.
on it.
My main man, D Money, hooking me up. Upper 40s, I'll take it. Mostly sunny here at Laurel Park. All right, good stuff. Let's get right to it here. Lots to show you on today's card. You can make some money. Big carryover in the Pick 6. Here we go. Race 1, we kick off the rolling super high 5, and that has a low 15% takeout. Every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. Also, race 1 kicks off that popular early Pick 5, which is a mandatory payout, and also an industry low 12% takeout, just like the late Pick 5 here at Laurel Park. Let's take a look here at race 1. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000, 3 and up. Never won 3 lifetime or straight 3-year-olds here in the opener. And I like the 4 a little bit. I use him in my exacta Port Louis. Let's start right there. You have him on top. We have a video spotlight to show you of this Maryland bred. Here's the race last November here at Laurel.
Yeah, pretty much his top race. Very patiently handled around the turn, shifts out and runs down the speed of Great Adventurer that afternoon. Topped off 68 buyer. And then tried to, jumped up in class. Didn't really terribly fall off form, but just found out that those numbers aren't going to work against that little bit of tougher competition. But, boy, straight and true right to the wire here. Port Louis, second off a little layoff, coming back for the nickel. I think he's, last time out was a little bit weird. It was a very odd flow of that race. 25 and 2, 50 and 2. You thought he was just going to gone away with it. He didn't. Crush it. Got the job done for Mary Epler. But second off of a little layoff. Attack move here down on the nickel. I think he stalks the speed of the 2, Patriotic Quest. This horse got caught up last couple races. Some honest paces up front. I don't know what kind of pressure he's going to get. Maybe Frankenstein will press, but I think he can kind of sneak away. Grant's got the speed back into this horse right now. I like Annette Eubanks horses at a price. 2-4-4-2 for me in the opener.
All right, and we both also like the 7 Money Meister on the outside for trainer Scott Lake. This 5-year-old son of Bodie Meister gets a nice drop today. Carol Cedena will ride. He had a nice win here at Laurel last December. His last 2 against tougher company haven't been very good, but the drop today could certainly wake up the 7 Money Meister, my top pick.
Yeah, Scott Lake, he's about 24-25% over his career with these kind of moves, just jamming right on down. He's faced better the last couple. He doesn't have to move up much. This will probably pick his head up. He'll have a little bit of speed to target and make a run into it. And the 6 furlongs does work for him.
All right, so nice beat nickel there in the opener to kick off that early pick 5. Let's take a look at the second race. You like the early pick 4 today. That starts in race 2. Another beat nickel going 5.5 furlongs. Let's check out your ticket, see how you played it.
What I don't like is race 2. I really struggle. Look at that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You're looking
7,
for
8.
a price.
Talking about chickening out, right? And don't even hit the all button. Watch Lenny jump up and beat us the 1. But we're going 7 deep to get you started. I could not come up with a solid horse in race number 2. We're going to go ahead and single. Cool Alley. Going to be a lot of people's singles probably here with Claudio on the drop down. Looks like the controlling speed in race number 3. Race 4, 1, Glad Dad in the 8 Belmont Ride. I'm going Claudio in there. Claudio's been rolling along lately, hadn't he, Stan?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and in the 5th race, I go 1A, Awesome Singer. I like right back. Moon, Virginia, and Unbridled Adventure coming back to a place where she ran one of her best efforts. So $21 ticket. Yeah, we can go deep in race 2. We get that single and whittle it down from there. So, yeah, we're good.
All right, and race 5, which wraps up this early pick 4. Race 5, one of our features of the day. Nice allowance race going 2 turns for filly and mares there in race 5. But let's check out the second race. 5.5 furlongs, claiming 5,004 and up. Haven't won 2 races in 6 months. Never won 5 is the condition. I go with the 3 on top. You like him a little bit as well. Thaddeus by Mineshaft here for trainer Jose Rodriguez. A nice win late February right here at Laurel. That was against A in 6 months for the nickel. 65 buyer speed figure that day, and Rodriguez puts him right back in for the nickel. 2 in 6 months. Nice condition here for the 3. Thaddeus. Ricardo Chappie was aboard for that win last out. He's back aboard today, so I'll go with the 3 Thaddeus on top.
He is the one to beat. He always shows speed. I tell you, he made a nice recovery. Broke last, dead last time. Hustled up in between horses. Now, I thought Wizard of Oz was going to force him a little bit around the turn, but he was able to keep him at bay, kind of walk the dog, open up, and then hold on late. Now shortening up to 5.5. He might take some pressure from elbow room. Second time off of a layoff. I'm hoping he gets a little pressure. Going to try to set it up for a closer like the 2 Runaway Bull at a price. Shortening up back, and now comes back to a condition for Maldonado. I'm going to just throw the route. Toss the mud race. This horse is a sneaky price. And even the 4, Coleman Fire is going to be my top selection. You're coming back. Lasix goes back on. Sheldon Russell goes on. This horse keys up against Sir Rockport, who's on a roll right now. I know he's, it's been a long time since a win for Coleman Fire, and probably, almost when you're looking at it, he fits the 5, non-winners of 5 in life, but day condition, he could have gone for a 1 in 6 months. I think the barn change might pick his head up. Positive rider change. Lasix back on. He's okay with this kind of claim, too. He's 3 for 16 and 10 for 16 in the money is Tony Ferrier, first off the claim in this lower level. So that
Yeah,
works.
I didn't use them, but that is a nice rider change. You're going from not knocking the other rider, but
No,
yeah,
no.
she's a
Right.
7-pound apprentice. Now you're going to a top journeyman rider like Sheldon Russell. So yeah, nice rider there on the 4. Coleman Fire. You'll get a nice price, 8-1. I like your theory in this race going deep here. We both like the 8 on the outside here. The 8 Divine Dancer with McCarthy for Kieran, third behind Thaddeus last out. This horse is eligible for the 4-life condition, so he's kind of jumping the condition to go here, but he should get a nice trip with McCarthy on the outside.
Yeah, Chase Thaddeus didn't get maybe the help that he thought, the pressured pace up front that he got last time. Maybe he, if elbow room can go, a more substantial run this afternoon. Yeah, he was just, spotted first off the claim, that wasn't going to work. Back to the right level here today, but you're still saying he's still out of one condition. Yep.
All right, so a wide open nickel race there in the second. Let's turn the page here. Race 3 is a maiden claiming 10,000. You know those races are wide open. Filly mares 3 and up. We're going 6 furlongs. Claudio's going to have a heavy favorite here. The 6 Cool Alley is going to be a monster favorite here in race 3. If Cool Alley doesn't show up, you're going to have blow up prices here in the third. So let's talk about Cool Alley. A 4-year-old filly by Runaway and Hyde. She didn't make it to the races until January this year as a 4-year-old. And the debut was okay against Maiden 25. She had to break from the 1 hole, showed a little speed, and then faded, finished third. Low buyer speed figure 23. She came right back in that spot. She was a 9-5 favorite in her second career start. She showed she had a better outside post in her second start. She showed a little speed and then just packed it in. It was ease, got beat 20 lengths. So that was early February. They've gone back to the drawing board and regrouped since then. A half-mile work here at Laurel March 2nd. And a big drop today. And Claudio with 31 to 60 days, he's 24%. You get 5 pounds off with Adrian Flores. And you key on this horse of the 6 Cool Alley for your early pick 4, right?
Yeah. I mean, if she comes away cleanly, she's going to run away from this group. Like I said, Runaway 9, she's going to try to do that. She's going to open up around the turn. Nobody has her kind of early speed. Yeah, she might get the staggers late. I think this is the right move. She's proven she's not the 25 type of horse that they got. So they're going to go ahead, go right to the front, open up, and try to last. Pictura, maybe a price user underneath for Donnie Barr. I think this horse will revert back to closing tactics. Third off of a layoff. Has made some decent runs from the back of the pack. Just needs to be patient, drop over, save a little ground, make one run. This horse doesn't want to go ahead and chase the pace.
And we both like the 3 when all else fails for Jerry Brooks. Cardona, the 7-pound apprentice, will ride once again. Showed speed last out, going a mile, and then finished third. So a decent effort in the mud. Cuts back to 6 furlongs today, and she should be dead fit for this race today.
Yeah, and toss in the 5 if you want. Parch Ghost is another one. Just kind of has to hold. Runs a 30 buyer against this group. You're going to hit the board. Off a little bit of a freshing, kind of an even type of horse, but can certainly hit the board in here.
All right, so a big field there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. Nice action today in our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. It's over 21,000, the carryover. Tim Tulloch has a ticket for you. We'll check it out right after this.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is. These horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
All right, welcome back. Let's check out today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 4, and we have a nice carryover today. There it is, $21,097. This will be well played. It'll be over $30,000 when it's all said and done. Starts in race 4. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket. Let's check it out. $86.40 play. He goes 2 deep here in race 4. He uses the 1 Glad Dad and the 6 also Lippy Lorenzo. Race 5's a nice allowance race. He goes 4 deep there. The 1A, 5, 6, and the 8. Race 6, he goes 3 deep there with the 3, 7, 8. Race 7, he goes just 2 deep there with the 6 and the 8. And then race 8's a nice allowance race for 3-year-old fillies. He goes 3 deep there at the 1A 4-7, and he's 3 deep in the finale with the 2-7-8. So a challenging sequence of races. If you can get one, maybe two price, nice price winners home on your ticket, and you have all 6 winners, you might take down the whole jackpot. It's a little tough today, the pick 6.
It's not an easy sequence of races. The whole card is tough all the way through. So definitely jump in the multi-race bets because of that. String together 3 or 4 horses in a race. If you can get a buddy, I think we're in store for some good payouts.
Trying to take down a whole pick 4 pool for about 24,000.
Right.
All right, let's say race 4 also kicks off the middle pick 4. Let's take a look here. 6 furlongs. We're going. It's a claiming 16,000 straight 3-year-olds, and I go with the 1 Glad Dad on top. You have the 1 on top as well here for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. First off the claim for Claudio Gonzalez. He's 25% with that move. He's awfully sharp first off the claim. And this 3-year-old son of Frisian Fire, nice win last out against 12-5 claimers back in February. Went right to the front that day and won by 3.5 with a strong 58 buyer speed figure. So he's in good form, now claimed by the leading trainer. He's going to be tough to beat here in race 4.
Yeah, Lippy Lorenzo's kind of gotten the best of him, but I'm thinking maybe the 1 can turn the tables today. Lippy Lorenzo reported first time gelding and dropping off the claim. I worry about that a little bit. And there is some speed in here, but what I liked about the 1 Glad Dad, I know he's got the rail right to the front last time, but it was a 2-back try where he kind of got squeezed back a little bit in the opening furlong. He relaxed after that and made a good, powerful run to the final 1/8 of a mile, closed up about 7 lengths, dropped, got it done into the right kind of barn here. Glad Dad, I like on top. I also like the other Claudio, Belmont Ride, a reclaim for Claudio. We've got a video of his most recent race when he broke the maiden. That was for maiden 16 back in January. A little bumped around, a little jostle there, and then squeezed back at the break and is able to recover. We're going to see it one more time. The 5-horse there that they actually looked like he bobbled up in that front right, just a touch coming out of the gate. But Milan Milosevic claimed got the job done this day. A gritty effort up the inside to go ahead and get the best of Eliav and Blue Danube. So Belmont Ride, they must have liked something. They went right back in for the 16, a reclaim. There is speed, and I think you're going to see an enhanced closing effort from the 8 today.
Yeah, I didn't use the 8, but it's another one first off the claim for Claudio. You might get a decent price there, 6-1 on the 8 Belmont Ride with Ricardo Chappie aboard. We both like the 6 in here. Lippy Lorenzo is now a first-time gelding.
Yeah.
3-year-old son of Street Magician is dropping first off the claim for Hugh McMahon. He showed speed last out for 25,000 and then packed it in. Now he drops down to 16,000, the cheapest he's run for Acosta. J.D. Acosta will ride, and we both use the 6.
Yeah, he's going to be up on the engine. You got Acosta aggressive. He's got the kind of speed that maybe he'll run everybody in the ground, but he's going to have to deal with higher purpose outside. Maybe Ruher, the 2 from the inside, and even Glad Dad to force it. We both use the 4 in there as a price user as well. Kosher Contract, you should get 5 or 6-1 on this horse, but he's definitely improved. He ran behind Belmont Ride 3 races back. You see the comment, brutal opening quarter. It was a terrible trip that afternoon. The horse still tried to the wire, broke the maiden next out, and really wasn't disgraced on February 3rd, coming out of that same race as Lippy Lorenzo and a couple other horses in here. So, yeah, I think he can hang around. Kosher Contract.
Yeah, he just ran a lifetime best number last out for 25,000 at 47-1. Now he drops. You get Rosario Montanez aboard, a good rider. I like Rosario. He's on the 4 Kosher Contract. Let's turn the page here. Race 5 is going to kick off the late pick 5. No carryover, but as always, that industry low 12% takeout on the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. I have a ticket, a very affordable $20 play here for my late pick 5. Race 5 is one of our features of the day, a second level allowance condition, filly mares, 2 turns. The 5 is going to be tough in there. Moon, Virginia for Dale Capuano and your leading rider, Trevor McCarthy. But my best bet of the day is in race 5. I like the 8 Auxiliating. I think she's a real nice 4-year-old daughter of Oxbow for trainer Mike Gorham. She's won her last 2, both going a route of ground. Victor Carrasco had a big day yesterday, won on Cordmaker, and he rides the 8 Auxiliating I like in race 5. Race 6, I just go 2 deep there with the 3-8. Race 7, I go with the 4-8. Then my single comes in race 8. Nice first level allowance race for 3-year-old filly, 6 furlongs. I like the 4, Marvelous Martina, in there for trainer Jose Corrales. Trevor McCarthy is going to ride this awesome again 3-year-old filly. Beaten, favored, last out, going 2 turns, coming off a 2-month break. Now wheels right back and cuts back in distance and gets the leading rider, Trevor McCarthy. So I like the 4, Marvelous Martina, in race 8. And then race 9's wide open. Come on, it's wide open. This goes. Do you hit the all button if you can there in race 9? Maiden 16,000, 3-year-olds 5.5. I used the 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 there in the finale. $20 play here for my late pick 5. Let's take a look at the feature of the day. Race 5, a 2 other than, optional 35,000, filly and mares mile in a 16th. I think Gorham has a real nice filly here by Preakness winner Oxbow, the 8 Exhilarating. She's done nothing wrong. 5 starts, 3 wins, and 2 seconds, and she's a perfect 2 for 2 since they stretched her out to a mile back in late January. She galloped that day against Starter Lounge, lifetime best, 81 buyer that day. It was also first-time Lasix for her that day. And then she came back against First Level Lounge Company, last out early February, going a mile and a 16th. She marched right to the front and crushed them by 3.5, 74 buyer. Victor Carrasco's been aboard the last 3 starts. He'll be able to dictate the early terms here. I don't mind her breaking from the 8-hole, going a mile and a 16th. Little short run into that first clubhouse turn, but Exhilarating. She has tactical speed, and you get a good rider like Victor Carrasco. He can go to the front if he wants, or if there's some speed to his inside, he can sit a perfect stalking trip, second or third on the outside.
Yeah, she answered the call going 2 turns last time. Her last 2 races have been with Lasix on. She's been able to dictate the pace. You see the comments. Ask upper, really was setting the pace well in hand. Didn't have to get asked till about the 3/16 pole. Now, it's a jump from this A other than to the 2 other than. We know that, but as you said, probably drawing outside might be a good thing for her, Stan, because the only real other challenge and maybe a sacrificial lamb would be the 1 check bounce and Billy here, a part of the Ness entry, to go ahead and send. She's pretty quick in her own right. Maybe Exhilarating, go ahead and relax and sit outside of that one and just move on. She's certainly talented. Her numbers are there. Caught a couple of horses in here that, they're kind of maybe stagnant. Maybe they're right. What they are, and maybe she's on the improve. Lightly raced 4-year-old, 3 for 5 and 2 seconds to go along with it. Yeah, the 1 to beat. I go with the 1, the Awesome Singer. She was patiently handled on a muddy sealed surface last time out. And the winner just got away, Sarah's Treasure, around the turn. It was lights out, all she wrote, couldn't make it up. But I like the effort. She tried every step of the way. 2 races back, she was able to work through horses and wear down the lone speed. I think she's going to come back closer to that 80 buyer today and work a trip out. I think she's going to be able to save some ground. She's tactical enough against this group that she should be able to get good position around that first turn and into the backstretch run before she launches her rally.
Yeah, she's won 2 of her last 3. Jamie Ness has this 7-year-old mare by Awesome again. She's made almost 300,000. She's in good form right now. The 1A Awesome Singer I use in my top 3 there. We both like the 6 as well. Unbridled Adventure for trainer Bruce Levine. Vargas rides this 5-year-old mare, and she was in good form last winter up there at Aqueduct. She had a nice win against at this condition back in December here at Laurel Park. That's why you see her in for the tag today. And since that win last December, she tried Stakes Company at Aqueduct, a good third that day, and then needed a break. Came back off of 6 week break there mid-February and didn't run very well at all up there at Aqueduct. She's better than that. She's trying to get back in good form today.
They went quick that day, early on, and something didn't happen. I mean, she took some play and didn't fire, but she's coming back to the scene of one of her better efforts. I think she's going to make a run into it from mid-pack.
All right, so we like the same 4 filly and mares there in race 5. What a nice feature of the day that is to anchor that early pick 5 and kick off the late pick 5, both of them with that industry low 12% takeout. Here we go. Race 6 starts the late pick 4, 6 furlongs, claiming 12,500 4 and up. Why? No conditions here. A salty group of campaigners here in race 6. I go with the price play of the day. It's 7-2 morning line. I'll take it. A $9 win price. That's better. That's better than football, right? Better than the NFL.
You got that right.
So you get Jorge Riez on this 5-year-old son of Pioneer of the Nile for trainer John Salzman Jr. A good second last out against open 16,000. Grecian Prince. He's a tough customer. So Cobb ran big last out. It didn't run. It showed speed and then packed it in, going a mile 2 back. That was for 25,000. He likes going. He just didn't have it that day. 2 back, but a big third against 16,000 back in January. Second against 16,000 last out. Now he takes a little drop to 12.5 today. I think the 3 Cobb well spotted, and he looks awfully tough.
Some of the speed comes out in Concordia's way. He'll have to deal with maybe Chinichi and Rockin' Cowboy, but I think he's going to hang around a long way in this race. I'd try a little flyer to price. Parade of Nations coming back. Kieran, it's a reclaim for him. It's very sketchy form of late. Second off of a little bit of a break. Went up to Penn National, just kind of ran even 3 and 4 wide around the turn. This horse loves Laurel, though. Pimentel, a tell maybe, coming back to ride. Okay, he's been on this horse for a number of wins. He got good this time last year, just taking a shot. Higher price Kieran here, Parade of Nations. When he's right, he should be up stalking the speed of Cobb and even Rockin' Cowboy. So looking for a flyer, but he's bounced up off the mat before. You see him go from a 55 to 62.76. It's there. I'm taking a shot. He's not all done. One final shot for Parade of Nations. They don't drop this horse. It's an interesting move. As poor as he ran up at Penn, you would have thought, Kieran said, let's just go for a nickel and get a condition. But they don't. Still protecting.
Yeah, he's second off the long layoff today. You get a top rider in Pimentel for a top barn. So yeah, sure, the 6th Parade of Nation. He's live at a big price. I didn't use him, but you'll get a nice price. I didn't use the 2 either. We're all over the place here in race 6. A wide open 12.5 claimer. Juan Vasquez first off the claim here with the 2 honorable service. You get Carol Cedena to ride this 5-year-old. Beaten favorite last out up there at Parks back in January. Ran an all right third that day.
He's a horse that's got an 88 on the page. You go back to October, but it is a reclaim again, and a little bit of a protect move up in class. They could have gone ahead and dropped off the waiting game. So honorable service. Yeah, he keys up against some of the horses that I like up there at Parks and Penn. So I'm going to throw him into the mix to make a run into it, no doubt. Let's hope we can get like 4 or 5 to 1 in that range.
All right, and we both like the 8 Rockin' Cowboy. Has early speed, outside post, and gets Alex Centron. He'll be right there. 6-year-old son of Rockport Harbor for trainer Mark Reed. Second off the claim here for the new barn, and they stepped up to this 12.5 level last out late February, and a good third that day, going 7 furlongs. 65 buyer, got a 75 buyer 2 back when he won against Open 8,000. So this horse, he's a 7-time winner. He's 3 for 3 in the money here at Laurel Park. I think he's coming into this race with a couple sharp half-mile works over there at Pimlico, 48-3 and then 47-4. So it looks like Reed has the 8 Rockin' Cowboy all cranked up, sitting on a big one. I use him in the exacta.
Yeah, he's going to trip out. He's going to get a good trip here. He loves the 6 furlongs. What's he, 5 of his 7 wins are at this distance.
Yep. All right, so we like a couple of the same horses there. Race 6, nice race. Let's turn the page here. Race 7 will kick off the final pick 3 of the day. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 16,000. Filly and mares 3 and up. Never won 2. Lifetime is the condition, and I go with the 4 Top Hat Tizzy for trainer Wayne Potts, and a big effort last out, coming off a long layoff, over a year layoff, and that was late February against 12.5 Two Life Company. Was 8-1 that day, had to come 4 wide, and you see the comment line there, steady gain with David Egan aboard. David Egan, by the way, he took a big riding contract to go back and ride in England.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
I don't have the trainer's name in front of me, but for like a top 5 trainer over in England, he's got a big riding contract over there.
So I was going to start keying on him. He was riding
he
the
was
right
riding
kind of
well.
way.
He was getting live. He was working hard in the morning. Nice young man, but we wish him well over there in England. But you get Sheldon Russell today on the 4 Top Hat Tizzy. This horse ran big off that long layoff, and now comes wheels right back here for Wayne Potts. But he's stepping up a little bit here today, so that's a confident move from the barn here for the 4 Top Hat Tizzy.
Another tricky race, wide open. I go to the 6 Barb's Gray Lion. A little drop down in class, but going to face Older for the first time. I like this, reunited with Forest Boys, and got a good run out of this 3-year-old filly last time. 2 races back, I should say. Chased a very good pace, had to angle out, and kept on going. I give that comment, kept trying visually. That works for me. Last time, that was a good group. Didn't run terrible, but has positional speed against this group. And I think if she can kind of avoid any kind of confrontation, Call Me Jelly Roll might force the issue. I think she can maybe sit outside the 5 and maybe open up a daylight lead on the field and hold on. That 2-back number works against this group.
All right, so I always root for my main man Frock here, the trainer of the 6 Barb's Gray Lion. I used the filly in my top 4. We both like the 8 Paz the Wine for Carl Duran, 7-pound apprentice Cardona will ride, and 4th last out at this level, and steps up a little bit here today. Had to come with a wide run last out. Might not be good enough to win it, but I think it's a piece of it.
Well, figures are there. These horses, they're not. There's nothing glaring about them. Knock against this. She doesn't have a whole lot of speed. She's going to need maybe a little bit of help up front. She'll grind it out. It may fall into place for her late. Rosie's Rainbow running against the right kind. When you're comparing, keen up horses in here, I think Gato St. Honoré took a while, got over the maiden breaking score, looked like a different horse. Softer opening quarter and just demolished them. Ran strong through the wire though. Maybe they found something out about Gato St. Honoré last time out.
Yeah, and you've seen it time and time again. A maiden where it takes them a long time to break the maiden. Once they finally do, then they come back sometimes win 2, 3 in a row. It's a big step up though from that maiden 10. Big step up here for to the 16-2 life. Confident move there by Kieran McGee. Yeah, they must like the filly after that big win last out. All right, so we both like the 4, 6, 8 there in race 7. Let's turn the page here. Race 8 will kick off the late daily double. A nice first level allowance condition for 3-year-old fillies. Optional claiming 50,000. We're going 6 furlongs, and we both like the 1. We used the 1 in our exacta, Kaylasaurus. Let's check out the last race of Kaylasaurus in the Gin Talking.
Yeah, in the Gin Talking, we've seen some fillies go on from there. Look at that, just crumbled at the break up front, stumbled pretty bad, was squeezed. We're going to watch it one more time. Stumbled and banged around from both sides out of there. And, I looked at this horse's debut at Penn and comparatively some of the other horses that were coming from Penn into the Gin Talking, and it worked, but hung wide around the turn. You're going to follow her there. That's great. Thanks, guys, highlighting. And just hung out wide and could not recover into some good horses. Please flatter me and Ujai. So just packed it in from the quarter pole home, but freshened up, working strong at Penn National. This horse is going to be a forward force in here.
All right, so we both used the 1 Kaylasaurus for trainer Rodrigo Madrigal. We both go with the 4 on top here, though. Marvelous Martina. I single on this filly on my late pick 5. She's a well-bred 3-year-old daughter of Awesome again here for trainer Jose Corrales. Trevor McCarthy will ride. She was the beaten favorite at this level last out, but I was coming off of, a 2-month break. She was going long on an off track. She ran okay. Now second race back this year as a 3-year-old. We're cutting back in distance. We get the lead and rider Trevor McCarthy, so we're both on the same horse here in race 8.
Yeah, Corrales about an ROI about over 250 second time late, 6 and second off of a break right, comes back to a fast track. That was an odd pace flow the whole race. Their Destiny Over Fate was steadied along, was able to recover and get up. Turning back, this horse is sprint track Keeneland, very good behind a horse that was won 2 straight stakes after that. So Marvelous Martina might need a little help up front, but I think there's going to be a decent enough pace in here. This horse is going to make a run from mid-pack. I think she's going to, off of that last race, you might find herself a little further back than what she was in some of those sprints, but I think she's going to round it in and get a good run through the final 3/16 of a mile.
All right, so a cold 4-1 exacta there in race 8, and we both like the 5 here, past perfect. Kenny Cox, yeah, good win 2 starts ago, second at this level, last out at a big 17-1. Russell back aboard. This is a closing sprinter here. the 5 pass perfect.
You kind of buck the trend. You go in, you reach in off of Pecoraro, which he did several races back. It's tough to improve off of him. He's gotten this filly back to the level, and now the one's going some little help up front. And geez, Warrior, the 6 for John Rabb. I think this horse is going to improve even more. Gets a little extra ground, catches a fast track. Ran quick enough at 2, ran against the right kind. We talked about this filly last time. Liked her to price. I think she steps up second off the shelf.
And Jerry Robin, the X-Man, big day yesterday. How about Anna's Bandit coming off the layoff, getting the money there for Xavier Perez and Jerry Robb. All right, a nice allowance race there in race 8 to kick off the late daily double. I'm 5 deep in race 9 on my late pick 5. I used the 1, 2, 6, 7 in the 8. So wide open, big field. How many we have here? We have 9. 9 3-year-olds, 9 maiden 3-year-olds claiming 16,000. We're going 5.5 furlongs. We both have the 7 on top here. Rafter for owner trainer Robert Vukovic, 3-year-old son of Patio Prado. A nice improvement off the claim when running for maiden 25, going 7 furlongs back on February 1st, 3rd that day. And then he ran right back for 25, going a mile. Showed a little speed that day, finished 3rd, flattened out a little bit. But a decent effort. Tri-Colors, who was second that day, would come back to win. So looks like the 7 Rafter coming out of a strong race. Takes a little drop here today. Keeps Montanez aboard. Should get a nice trip from the 7 hole.
Yeah, scratch out a little tougher race, too, and drops down here. An aggressive move. Was worried when this horse dropped from 40 to 25. They reached in and grabbed. This horse, if he holds form, he's your winner in the 9th. And that was a pretty good second and third quarter of that race on February 15th going a mile. They kind of turned it up, ramped it up. He got caught in a duel and faded a little bit. He'll be forward in here. We've got a video of Mr. Chesapeake City's most recent race for the maiden 10. They're going to jump this horse up off the claim. The 2 horse down inside this afternoon. Caught right behind a contested pace, maybe boxed in a little bit past the 5/16. Says you'll like it. We'll go ahead and go clear to the quarter pole. But right coming about the 3/16 is going to be some trouble as New Stones moves up 4 wide outside of Mr. Chesapeake City. Just doesn't have enough to go right through that seam. Then it tightens up here. Has to steady and check out of it. Alters down to the inside. Lost almost a length and a half, 2 lengths from right there. But watch through the final 1/8 of a mile. Horse battles back. There's a lot of heart. Almost 2 horses want to go by. 1 inside, 1 outside. But no, he's going to outdo those rivals right there and go ahead and get the place. I don't think this is much of a step up at all. He's going to be forward. He showed a lot of heart there. And D'Angelo, he's done okay off the claim. They've hit the board. Not a lot of wins, but they've been running honest off the claim for this outfit.
Yeah, sure. The barn with a couple wins this winter meet here at Laurel Park. You get Angel Cruz, so we both have a cold 7-6 exact on top. The 1 we both use Staxton Arrow, second last out for maiden 10, claimed by Mark Reed, stepping up today as an inside post. He likes to lay about mid-pack, so he might get a little tough trip breaking from the 1 hole with Alex Centron. And we both like the 8 on the outside here. A first-time starter, LL Silver, for trainer Jerry Robb and Xavier Perez. The hot connections this weekend. And this 3-year-old son of Power Broker, a Maryland bred, some nice works here on the work tab. You see a couple nice 5 furlong workouts, and then a nice 6 furlong workout from the gate, and then a bullet 5 furlong workout from the gate. March 2nd, 101 flat. That's a nice move. Gets a good outside post. This looks like a well-prepared first-time starter, the 8 LL Silver.
Yes, stepping it up in the morning. I like that improvement. A good work out of the gate. All 5 siblings are winners.
All right, good stuff. Good enough for me. I think the 8's going to be live there in race 9. That's it. We're out of time. Big 9 race card. Nice carryover today in that Rainbow Pick 6. Over 21,000 starts in race 4. Start getting your tickets ready now. Good luck. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
You got it. I got a little green in pocket. We couldn't wear the green because of the green screen, but
right.
We got some green to throw through the windows.
All right, good stuff here. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.